Hello, welcome to Animal School, home of 100 rescued animals. In the last few weeks we've run around with lambs, we've jammed with a very handsome turkey, and we've hung upside down with a yellow-thighed cake. But what will happen this week on Lindsay's Animal School? Make sure you subscribe and click that bell so you never miss an episode. This week we're meeting Badger the rabbit. We're encountering some clever corvids. We're catching up with what's been happening in the garden and checking out some more artwork. This handsome rabbit is called Badger. Badger is one of the most popular animals at Animal School. He is trained as a therapy rabbit. People like to stroke him because he's soft, but he's also really friendly. So let's learn a little bit about rabbits. Rabbits are prey animals, which means that pretty much everything wants to eat them. Sorry, Badger. Nature has allowed them to have all these incredible adaptations to help them survive. One of the most incredible are whiskers, something humans don't normally have. The whiskers on the side of Badger's face help him to get through gaps, because they give him the sense of touch. He can feel if somewhere he's going through is too narrow. This helps the rabbit, who spends his life largely underground in tunnels. Badger lives in a large enclosure and not underground, and he doesn't live alone. This wild-coloured rabbit is called Foo. She's Badger's mate. He adores her, even though she does boss him around. Badger, you need to eat more greens and go on a diet. Or something like that. More from Badger in the next few weeks. Time to catch up with our noisy ravens.
We know that ravens are smart enough to understand different shapes and different colours, so at the moment we're currently putting treats under different coloured shaped blocks so that when they touch the shaped blocks they pick it up and get the treat.
I'm here in my raven enclosure, probably not going to be joined by the ravens. But it seems the work getting them used to the cameras has paid off, and they join me quite quickly to take treats from my hand. I'm getting them both used to the fact that my presence equals Dreamies and that the cameras are not a threat before I introduce the coloured blocks that I want them to identify. Good boy, Open. Under the blue square. So when I put the treats under the squares, they seem to know that they are under them, but they are nervous to touch this new object. Birds will always be wary of the unfamiliar, which is what helps them survive in the wild. I put even more treats on the block to encourage Rox to touch it. The multiple treats are paying off. Soon she'll be looking under the blocks in no time. Where are you going? Look, here's another one. I think this is it, our moment of truth. And Rox finally looks under the square for the treat. Clever girl. And spring is very much in the air, and while the bees are busy with the flowers, my seeds are growing. I'm here with my baby plants, and it's time to transplant them into a bigger pot. You can hear me over my noisy pigeons, volunteers. We've got a selection of runner beans, garden peas, courgettes, and pumpkins, my favourite, smashing. I'm going to get my first pot here, and I'm going to fill it up with compost. About that much. As you can see, this plant does not have a lot of space to grow. Top it up with earth. Going to get that all around the edges. Pat in and around. I'm going to put this back on the windowsill because when I put it in the greenhouse last year, a little mouse ate it. And I worked my way through all the other seedlings, putting them in bigger pots so they have more space to grow. So I've now got 6 runner bean plants, 4 pumpkins, and 5 courgettes. I'll keep you updated on how they grow throughout the season. Hello, welcome to Animal School Art Gallery.
Today we have a picture of Oscar the parrot, drawn by Wynne.
The pictures of Oscar are coming in, so
Yeah.
I think he particularly likes to look at them because he's very vain. We've also had this really amazing picture sent in by Alice via email. Check that out. Yeah. Of 2 llamas. Thank you so much, Alice. Apparently you're listening to Disney song music the whole time while you were painting it, which is always approved by
Yeah.
Animal School.
Absolutely.
Happier the better. Of course, we can't play Disney music because of copyright.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Just keep sending us your artwork. We absolutely love it. It's great to look at. We want to inspire all the younger artists. Keep drawing, keep painting, and we'll see you next week.
See you next time.
Bye.
Please tune in next week for more animal adventures on Lindsay's Animal School. And it's time to transpose them into. It's time to transplant them. Is that a word? Transplant? Okay. So there's no space in my kitchen for any more, so I'm actually going to put these runner beans in here and risk the greenhouse mouse that ate the runner beans last year. So let's hope, fingers crossed, that nobody eats them, because I want to eat them.